this Flutecast. This is the fourth Gig Rig Flutecast. If you're watching this for the first time, you haven't seen any of the other Gig Rig Flutecasts, we've got Gig Rig number 1, and then there's a video that was shown on setting up your iPod or iTunes backing track. Then we had Gig Rig number 2, then we had House Systems, then Gig Rig number 3, and now we're at Gig Rig number 4. You probably should watch at least Gig Rig number 1 to find out what's going on here. We're now at the full set of gear that I use. We are back to the Mix 5 track. We're back to the Mix 5 mixer down at the bottom here, the simple little inexpensive mixer with no effects. We have the laptop going over here with one set of backing tracks, and those have been pitch shifted and using Amazing Slowdowner. We have the iPod up here using the jungle stream sounds that you hear, and we've got a new unit called a TC Helicon Voice Live Touch. This unit up at the top here is a vocal processor, and I think it's wonderful for Native American flute. I know Joe Young has used one. I've seen him use it in performance. I'm sure many other people use it. It's got a lot of attributes to it. There is a successor to it, which a lot of people find is not as good and not as convenient. This is a Voice Live Touch, not a Voice Live Touch 2. And we're going to walk through some of the basics of it. You heard some of the basics, okay? This takes the place of the mixer that did effects, because the Voice Live Touch is extremely good at adding effects, adding harmonization. You may have heard that. And it also has a looper capability. The looper capability we will look at in the next Flutecast, but this Flutecast will look at the capabilities of this unit. The talk button in the lower right enables me to stay out of the canyon when I'm talking. If I disable it, I'm in a canyon. But my flute is also in the canyon. How am I switching effects here? Along the bottom, I've got 5 presets, and I've got many banks of these presets that I can choose, but we're just going to look at this one bank. And this is, I've programmed into here, this is dry. If I have the talk button on, I'm dry. If I select number 1 and take the talk button off, number 1 is light reverb. And I could use even that for my talking. That would be fine. Number 2, more reverb. Number 3, even more reverb. Number 4 goes back to mid-verb, but adds a delay effect. And number 5 brings that reverb up to a higher level of reverb with delay. That's the idea. Now, in addition, I can engage this matrix of tools up at the top here. Let's go back to the high reverb, and I'll add harmony. can add, there are 7 possible voices, of which I can choose 4. And I'm going to go and demo taking in and adding in and taking out different of these voices. I'll do each one individually, and then I'll do them in combinations. So that's the harmony effect. Of course, with that amount of processing, if you forget to click the talk button, you get a significant, interesting sound with lots of weird stuff going on. Yes. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. You're mine. Yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. So you can have a lot of fun with that. There's also all kinds of extreme modification, modulation effects, delays, a doubling of the sound. I don't think I have doubling doing all that much here, but let's see. We have doubling. There. Yeah, there is a noticeable effect on that, and I kind of like that. The micromod effects, the upper left block is quite interesting and quite extreme. And if you're playing the alt punk gig with your Native American flute, you turn that on and really wank out your sound, and you have a very good time. So that's the tour of this. The setup is, I've got no mic plugged into the mixer. The mic is turned down, as you can see. I have the Voice Live Touch in on channel 2, and that's why it says VLT here. The background tracks from the laptop are coming into channel 4.5. That's background over here. And of course, my main is still the main going out. And the this is interesting. The iPod with the nature sounds is actually coming in the tape in. So I don't have any volume control on the mixer for that. I have to control it on the iPod itself using the slider, which can get a bit funky sometimes, but you're usually just doing that continuous background as a set it and forget it kind of thing. So that is the tour of the Voice Live Touch and how I hook it into my rig. And for me, this is the ultimate setup. Next time we're going to look at an additional element of the Voice Live Touch, which is looping, along the lines of looping the forest that you saw before in an earlier video. So, bye for now.